he was thinking. But the Greenland jacket was the first jacket, and the whole reason why this jacket became such a success is because of this little thing, the ski jump in Övik. What does that have to do with the whole thing? Ski jump and the jacket.
Rain.
Rain, yeah. What they did there was, we have a wax tube over there somewhere. A wax tube. What they did back then was that they used this wax, similar thing, to wax the skis. Beeswax and paraffin. And of course, it's developed through the 1960s, but they used this to wax the skis. What they also did when they did the ski jump was to wax the butts. So if you sat down and wait, you could actually sit down on the wet bench without the snow and ice coming through. So what they did then with these jackets was that they start to wax the jackets with the same beeswax and paraffin they had on the skis. And that became the Greenland wax that we still have today, and that's still being used on the same garments. So they tried various types of garment to come up with the right type of quality, and they mixed cotton and polyester. And actually the sample they chose, which is the material in the same trouser I have here, was a tent fabric that was too thick for the lightweight tents for that time. So in the 1960s there was a big movement toward carrying light because people wanted to move further out to nature. So they took a fabric of a tent that was sturdy enough, and they made the first Fjällräven jacket. This became a big success in Sweden. So in the early 70s, if you were an outdoor person, you just had to wear the green garments. That was a kind of uniform of people in Sweden. Now what happened then also in the 60s and 70s, we got our third and the fourth week of vacation. So people started to go out in nature like crazy, like never before. They tried this, I mean, the socialistic country Sweden. Finland tried this before, 2 years before, and gave people 1 extra week of holidays. And what the Finns did? They started oozing like crazy. Sweden didn't want that. So they made a huge campaign together with all sorts of societies to drive people out in nature. So the extra week of holidays that Swedes got, the government more or less pushed people out in nature. So all of a sudden you have kids with families going out with tents and backpacks and whatnot, and wearing also Fjällräven. So you had a mix in the 70s between more or less the same jacket. These kind of hardcore guys going out to the Greenland and Himalayas with the Fjällräven clothing, and also you had this guy kind of from Stockholm, tourist out in nature, with the same kind of Fjällräven clothing, because he liked the kind of all the environmental lifestyle, the outdoor style, probably wearing more or less the same hat as well, which is quite nice. And this we still have today. I mean, we both have kind of people who buy into the whole look and feel of it, the environmental thought of the brand, and also people who really want to go on an expedition. So this is nothing new. And that's Åke in 1975, because then we had the clothing, the backpacks, the tents, and then the brand really set off. This is where we're going into Germany, we're coming into Benelux and Holland,